This is not the update that I wanted to give. It is currently 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:20 actually, at the time of recording this. I was first seeing posts about this at around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I live on the West Coast, so my time it was around 4:40, 5 o'clock. I woke up in the middle of the night and just decided to check my phone just to see any updates, and the things I saw confirmed my suspicions and kind of confirmed everyone's. But former Calgary Flames forward and I guess now former Columbus Blue Jackets forward Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew Gaudreau have both sadly passed away. It has been confirmed by the Gaudreau family, the Columbus Blue Jackets organization, and the NHL. Johnny Gaudreau and his brother were said to be groomsmen for his sister's wedding, which was happening today. They had just had the rehearsal just last night prior to the bike ride. They were struck and killed from behind by a drunk driver trying to overtake two cars impatient. From the information that I have gathered, the drunk driver was passing one car normal, I'll it be under the influence, and then the second car moved over into his lane, presumably to avoid the bikes of Gaudreau and Matthew, and the driver of the SUV swerved around at a high rate of speed and struck Matthew and Johnny. It is a very sad time for the hockey community. It is a very sad loss. Even if you're not a fan of the Flames or the Blue Jackets, this is devastating for the world of hockey. As Gaudreau, he wasn't a high draft pick, but you look at a lot of the players that have been drafted over the last couple of years, a lot of them can say that their favorite player growing up was Johnny Gaudreau. Because I was the type of player Gaudreau was. He was the type of guy who just played the game. You know, he wasn't dirty, he wasn't malicious. He let his skills do the talking. And he was a very fast player, very skillful. He has had the record for the most points scored in the World Championship with Team USA. You know, he was a really good player. He was drafted 104th overall, I want to say, by the Calgary Flames. And he took those odds and he prevailed. And it's not common for a low draft pick to do well in the NHL, and Gaudreau did that. Gaudreau leaves behind a wife and two kids. It's very sad. Very, very sad news. If you're in the hockey world at all. You know, it's not common you hear athletes, you know, getting killed in the middle of their career, at the peak of their career. You usually hear it, you know, in the case of football, you'll either hear a young athlete getting killed just as their career's starting to take off, or you hear about a former athlete passing away. You very rarely hear about them passing in the middle of their career. Hockey, you hear it a lot about, you know, young players passing away due to tragic accidents in like juniors and minor leagues, or again, former players passing at the end of their career when they've already retired. I mean, the season was getting ready to start for the NHL. They were getting ready to do they just finished the training camps for all the new prospects. They were getting ready to start camp to get players ready for the season. Preseason games are about to start happening at the end of September. It's just really it's a lot of people, including myself, are just kind of speechless about the whole thing. You know, we were all kind of left in limbo last night, as apparently the accident happened at around 12:30 Eastern. And I didn't know about the severity of the situation. I didn't even see any posts until 12:30 my time, and I'm on the West Coast. So there was hours that had passed between when the incident happened and to when I saw it. But there was just posts swirling around, and the mindset that I was going into it, even after I made the last video, was if there hasn't been a post yet confirming it, it's probably not true. But at the same time, there wasn't any posts denying it. So it was a very weird state. You're pretty much left in limbo. And waking up in the morning and seeing the posts, it's very heartbreaking. Gaudreau was a very standout guy. A lot of players spoke highly of him. It's just devastating to hear. I do have a series of posts thanks to Puck Empire on Instagram, kind of shedding light on what had happened. Johnny Gaudreau and his brother were struck by an SUV that was driven by a drunk driver who's trying to pass ahead of two other cars in line. They were riding bikes. The driver has been charged with 2 counts of death by auto and 2 counts of driving under the influence. They were hit from behind while trying to pass a car on the right. When police arrived at the scene at 8:19 p.m. Eastern, they'd said both brothers suffered fatal injuries and had pretty much were pronounced dead at the scene. The driver that hit him is 43-year-old Sean Higgins of Woodstown, New Jersey. And again, he'd been charged with 2 counts of death by auto and 2 counts of driving under the influence. And I've seen a lot of posts kind of ripping on the journalist or the insider that prematurely made the announcement, which kind of sparked all the rumors before anything was confirmed. Apparently, there was the death report was leaked by an employee of the medical examiner office in the group chat. The employee that had leaked it has since deleted all his social medias. But if you're ever in wanting to be in the world of journalism like myself, or in the world of journalism, when it's something as severe as this, don't use your outlet to try to be the first to report it. I know the big game of reporting is to be the first on everything, to be a beatnik. But in a case of tragedy in the sports world, you don't want to be the first to report it. You want to use your outlet, or you should use your outlet, I should say, to just kind of share and spread the news and pass it along. Not to be the first to report it. Let the official statement come out from the family, the team, the league, wherever the case may be. Once you get the official statement, then share it, report it, pass it along. So for both people responsible for sparking the internet frenzy that happened, and for the driver, there's a special place in hell for you. Respectfully, fuck you. Especially to the driver. You took away one of the greatest talents way too soon. My heart goes out to the Goodrow family, goes out to his sister who is set to get married today, which I presume is not going to happen. And my heart goes out to the Columbus Blue Jackets organization, as it wasn't that long ago that they suffered another tragic loss with, I want to say it was Kev Lincoln's. It was the goaltender at the time who was struck in the chest by a firework and passed away. It's very, very sad to see tragedy strike an organization once. It's very sad to see it strike it twice. And that is the case with the Blue Jackets organization. If you ever go to any hockey, if you go to the Columbus Blue Jackets page, their Instagram profile picture is the number 13, which was the number that Goodrow wore when he was playing for Columbus. It was also the number he wore in Calgary. And this is the official statement from the Blue Jackets. The Columbus Blue Jackets are shocked and devastated by the unimaginable tragedy. Johnny was not only a great hockey player, but more significantly, a loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend. We extend our heartfelt sympathies to his wife, Meredith, his children, Noah and Johnny, his parents, their family, and friends on the sudden loss of Johnny and Matthew. Johnny played the game with great joy, which was felt by everyone that saw him on the ice. He brought a genuine love for hockey with everyone, with him everywhere he played, from Boston College to the Calgary Flames to Team USA and to the Blue Jackets. He thrilled fans in a way only Johnny Hockey could. The impact he had on our organization and our sport was profound. but pales in comparison to the indelible impression he made on everyone who knew him. Johnny embraced our community when he arrived 2 years ago, and Columbus welcomed him with open arms. We will miss him terribly and do everything that we can to support his family and each other through this tragedy. At this time, we ask for prayers for the Goodrow family and that their privacy be respected as they grieve. But that is an official statement from the Columbus Blue Jackets that was shared roughly 3 hours ago. There's a post by the NHL and Commissioner Gary Bettman. The National Hockey League family is shocked and saddened by the tragic passing of Columbus Blue Jackets forward Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew. While Johnny's infectious spirit for the game and show-stopping skills on the ice earned him the nickname Johnny Hockey, he's more than just a dazzling hockey player. He was a doting father and beloved husband, son, brother, and teammate who endeared himself to every person fortunate enough to have crossed his path. Gaudreau often told the story of how his father taught him to skate as a child in his home state of New Jersey, and he carried the same youthful passion throughout his 11 NHL seasons. A skilled playmaker, Gaudreau participated in the NHL All-Star Game 7 times, where he was always a fan favorite, particularly while showcasing his talents in the various skills competitions for which he was so well suited. He will be remembered fondly in Calgary, where he played his first 9 seasons with the Flames, from the 2013-14 season to the 2021-22 season, emerging as one of the league's brightest young stars while compelling the franchise's 5th highest career points total. His loss will also be felt profoundly in Columbus, the city in which he chose to settle his family and where he was one of the respected veteran leaders of a club building toward the playoffs. And both Johnny and Matthew will be mourned at Boston College, where they were teammates the year Johnny won the Hobby Baker Award in 2013-14 in the Gloucester Catholic High School in New Jersey, where both played and where Matthew was the head hockey coach following his own 5-year pro playing career. We send our most heartfelt condolences to his wife Meredith, their children Noah and Johnny, his parents Guy and Jane, and sisters Kristen and Katie. And we grieve alongside his teammates, members of the Blue Jackets and Flames organizations, his many friends in hockey, and countless fans around the world for whom he created indelible memories on and off the ice. And that was a statement from Gary Bettman, who is the commissioner of the NHL. It's just a very, very sad day for hockey. I made a post on my Instagram and my posts this morning read, "The hockey world mourns today as former Calgary Flames forward and current Columbus Blue Jackets winger Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew have sadly passed away in a tragic accident in Salem, New Jersey. Johnny, who is just 31, is known in the hockey community as Johnny Hockey, as his speed and skill set him apart and brought joy to the Flames organization and fan base. His sister was set to be married this week." It is very, very devastating. It's very sad. I remember growing up watching Sharks games whenever we played the Flames. I couldn't really hate Gaudreau because he was a good player and he wasn't a bad guy in the league. But man, I would hate it when he'd scored. He was that good of a player. to see that talent be ripped, literally ripped away from the hockey community is going to be a tough one. So this is not the video I wanted to make, especially this early in the morning. I should still be asleep. I'm not supposed to be up for another hour almost, getting ready for work, but I couldn't really sleep, and I wanted, once I saw the posts, I wanted to get a video out as soon as I could. It's a very, very sad day for hockey. Johnny Gaudreau, you will be deeply, deeply missed in the NHL, in the world, and in the hockey community. Rest in peace.